Hello and welcome to this session focused on balance. Balance is really important, and it's something that naturally gets worse as we get older. And as we get older, it remains really important. So it's vital that we practice our balance. Balance is something that I was really bad at before I started practicing yoga. And it's something that I've really greatly improved through the practice of yoga. So I am living proof that you can improve it if you're feeling that your balance isn't very good at the moment. So for this session today, you will need a yoga mat if you have one, or an area of carpeted floor if you don't. Something to sit on. I've got a bolster here, but if you don't have a bolster, a cushion or a block, or even a chair if that feels more comfortable for you. We won't be seated for very long, it's just at the beginning and at the end of our practice. The other thing that you will need this session is a belt. Now this is a yoga belt, but any type of belt will do. A dressing gown belt, for example, would work perfectly. And the only other thing is yourself in comfortable clothing. So we're going to start with some practices that are going to help with our focus. That's really important for balance. And with some stabilisation practices, so that when we are balancing, we feel that wobble, that we can help to stabilise ourselves. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. So I am just going to come and take a seat on my bolster to start, and we will start, as I always do in my sessions, by taking some time just to check in with ourselves and to notice what's going on for us, and to start to bring ourselves into the space that we're in, into our bodies, into the present moment, leaving thoughts that we're having or things that are going on in our lives behind for the session, or as much as we can do so anyway. So making yourself comfortable. I'm sitting cross-legged, but you may prefer to sit with your legs straight out in front of you. As I say, you might also prefer to sit on a chair, whatever feels better for you. Settling yourself down. If you are comfortable closing your eyes, then doing so. This helps to draw our attention, our focus inwards. If, however, you prefer to keep your eyes open, see if you can soften your gaze and keep your gaze on one point rather than allowing it to wander around. Take a minute also to notice your posture, the way that you're seated. Gently lengthening your spine, sitting tall, but without becoming rigid, without trying too hard. Just gently. Lengthening the back of your neck, drawing your chin in slightly. Soften your shoulders, your hand, your face, your jaw, your tongue, your forehead. Take a moment to notice everyday sensations to help ground you in your space and in your body. Notice any sounds that you can hear outside of the room that you're in. Inside the room. Is there anything you can hear? Bringing your attention to your body. Notice your body in contact with the ground, with your seat. Whatever it is that you are seated on, notice the contact of your body with that. The feeling of pressure against the skin there. Notice the feeling of your clothes against your skin. And the air against your bare skin. Notice what your energy is feeling like. Without judgment, without being critical, just noticing, if possible, being kind to yourself. Notice any other sensations in your body, any physical sensations that your attention is being drawn towards. And allow them space for a moment. And then doing the same for your thoughts. Give your thoughts some space. Notice what kinds of thoughts are arising in your mind as we begin our practice. And allow them to be here for a moment. Notice them with interest. And then let's see if we can draw our attention away from all of these things and bring our attention to our breath, our natural breath, without trying to change or control it. Just noticing the air as it flows in and out of your body. And know that when your attention wanders during this session, as it will do, that you can simply, gently guide your attention back to your breath, back to the movements that we're making and sensations that you're feeling in your body. It doesn't matter how many times you do this, this is part of our practice. Now, to begin our session and to help with calming our mind, focusing our mind, we are going to chant the Om sound 3 times. Try to create a nice balanced sound and create those vibrations in your body which help to calm your nervous system. Taking a gentle breath in to begin. If you have your eyes closed, gently open them now. And we're going to begin by coming into a supine position, so laying on our backs, on our mats, making sure that we've got our belt to hand, close by. We're going to begin with a very simple practice that's going to help to focus our minds on our breath and on our movement and integrating those two things together, integrating our movement with our breath. Yeah, so laying on your back with your knees bent, let's bring our feet fairly close together. We'll start challenging our balance, our stability by doing that, having our feet close together from the beginning. Our arms by our side. Just take a moment to notice your breath before we begin. Going to move with our breath, a very simple movement to begin. So waiting for a breath in, raise your arms. As you're breathing in, you're raising your arms above your head, bringing your hands so that they come to the floor or as close to the floor as you can. And then as you start to breathe out, bringing your arms back down by your side again. So that's breathe in, raise your arms. Breathe out, lower your arms back down to your side. Seeing if you can pace your movement so that it matches the length of your breath. So your breath is guiding the pace of your movement. Try to keep your visual gaze steady or close your eyes. Nice and slow and steady, fluid movement, easy breath. On your next breath in, we're going to continue to raise the arms. So we're also going to raise our bottom away from the floor into a gentle bridge. Inhaling, raising the arms, raising the bottom. Remembering keeping your feet fairly narrow. And then as you breathe out, lowering your arms, lowering your bottom back down to the mat. Trying to do so that your arms and your bottom come to the mat at the same time. So we're trying to integrate two movements together with the breath. Inhaling, raising, exhaling, lowering. On your next breath in, we're going to add another part to this practice. So now, as we breathe in, we're going to raise the arms, raise the bottom away from the floor, and then we're going to see if we can take 1 foot away from the floor. Now, it might just be slightly away from the floor, or you might be able to point your toe up towards the ceiling. Whatever feels okay for you. And then as we breathe out, we're lowering the arms, lowering the foot back down to the floor, and then lowering our bottom to the floor also. And then the same thing on the other side. Keeping the movement steady and slow and controlled. Slowly drawing this practice now to a close, making this your last one without rushing, without hurrying. And then taking a moment to pause, to bring your focus back in if it has started to wander, bringing it back to the breath. Taking a moment to notice how you're feeling in your body, the effects of our practice so far. And now we're going to bring our arms out to around shoulder level. I'm pretty close to the wall here, so I don't have much space.